definition of the term smart city. And the idea of smart specialization of cities or region is spreading fast and has successfully become a platform a platform for community development. So my first question is, the World Population Prospect 2019 projects that by 2050, older people will make up around 16.5% of the total population. So you come from abroad. We would like to hear your international perspective regarding to the Philippines. It's on its way to becoming an aging society. What is your perception on that?
Hello, good afternoon to all of you. Well, I am from the Philippines, and the prospects of the elderly population becoming really in a very alarming increasing rate is that by 2040, the country would be having around 12 million individuals who belong to the age 65 onwards. That is from the data provided by the National Statistics Office of our government. And this is something which gives us sort of like a red flag. That is because I would tell you that the country is not ready to face the future, so to speak. Why? Because we are far behind when it comes to technology. And there are several socio-cultural aspects which affect our thinking about smart city and how to establish a smart city. Well, there are, number one is our culture. Our culture is a sort of like a very traditional culture, especially when it comes to the way we perceive technology. In fact, the country, even today, this 2019, national government does not have a well-planned integrative national program about becoming a smart city. There are some local governments who are doing their share in establishing cities like Kawayan City, Isabela in the north, but even the metropolitan Manila and the cities around the area do not have that program yet. But there are some sporadic developments being initiated by private entities, but only for small territories. So this is quite alarming in a country which is growing in population. Another thing is that there is what we call the potential support ratio. I think by 2050, we would be having around less than 2 in ratio, meaning the number of those who are working or those belonging to the working age is far less compared to the number of those who are elderly, meaning 65 years onwards. This is very important for us because our country is known to consider family as sort of like an homogeneous family. We take care of our parents. The child-parent relationship is not severed by age nor by marriage, meaning until the parents die, we take care of them. So we go to the clinics with them, we serve as personal caregivers, we take care of their public, their mobility especially, yeah. And this is a problem because we don't have a concept of home for the aged centers. Why? Because once you put or you send your parents to the centers, you would be regarded as, well, you don't have any gratitude to your parents. So we cannot do that. So we call that walang utang na loob in Filipino. So meaning to say, there is a lot of things that we have to do when it comes to establishing smart city. Technology is not enough. Why? Because technology must be complemented with good governance and then understanding the culture. So governance, technology, and culture. If you don't have that three, you won't be successful. Our problem, number one, is culture. Number two, governance. And perhaps technology. We have the know-how, but we don't have the means to develop our technology. In fact, we have to get inventions from different countries and we have to use them, but we don't develop actually technology by ourselves. Not because we don't know how to do it, we do, but the means on how to do it, that's where the problem comes in. Another thing is that we have this so-called less community involvement. So we are not so much involved, individuals are not involved so much in coming up with plans about establishing smart city. So that's one thing. Another would be perhaps our government does not have interest at all in this program. I was talking to a friend just a little earlier, and I told him, Filipinos do love development, but the development concept in their mind is that it should be concrete development, solid infrastructures, roads, buildings. That's development for Filipinos. They don't concentrate much on soft infrastructures coming from the mind, like applications, computer programs, etc., etc. That's a culture thing. So perhaps that would be my contribution to the discussion.
Yeah, thank you. That's quite interesting that you base a lot on the cultural belief. Yeah, cultural belief. Since you mentioned about the good governance and development, so I would like to pass another question to our mayor of Sansuk municipality. So we move to political dimension. So มี 2 คำถามค่ะถึงท่านนายกเทศมนตรีนะคะคำถามแรกก็คือว่า